How's it going, YouTube? Today I got a Gerber Mansfield Slipjoint SCANDI grind, and I'm not really sure why I bought a Gerber, to be honest, but stick around and let's see if it's worth buying. Start off with the packaging. You can tell when you get a knife that's clamshell packed, it's probably going to be a cheap knife. This is my first one in my collection. Since I've started collecting, it's been in clam packed. Yeah, Mansfield. You can see most of the specs are on here. Sway back design, slip joint. I thought it looked pretty interesting in the pictures. And I hadn't bought a Gerber in a long time, so figured it was time. Worst comes to worst, I'm out $17. So I bought this on the... I'm not sure if that was the regular price, because I've seen these on the internet priced anywhere from $17 to $42. Now I got some stuff I like about this knife, and I got some stuff I really don't. But you guys stick around to the end to see my dislikes. Let's go over the specs. You got a 3.1 inch. Not sure what you call this blade shape. It says sway back, so I'm gonna go with that. Well, I guess that's the whole thing. I don't know, but flat, not even a flat grind. Oh, it's a SCANDI grind. Sorry. Satin finish. D2 steel. With fingerprints all over it. Maybe a drop point, a spear point. I don't know. Sheep's foot. Looks like a lot of stuff. You got a 2.2 millimeter blade stock, or 0.08 inches. An overall length of 7.38 inches. So a little bit on the full size range for a slip joint. A lot of those come small. You don't get a lot of slip joints close to 8 inches. Do the size comparisons. This is a Rough Rider Apta. Great knife. A lot smaller. This is the SRM 7315. It's in the same price range as the Gerber, but a little bit different. I don't have a whole lot of slip joints, so I'm comparing it to what I got. QSP Hedgehog. They start out around $50 for the micarta. Still smaller. And this is a real still. Can't think of the name right now. I'll put it on the screen if I remember. But smaller. But getting closer. I have one slip joint that's about the same size. Kershaw Culpeper. It's near the same price range, and here's one locking knife because I didn't have 6. Kaiser Original XL. Alright. Forgot to see how this thing cuts, so let's check that out. A little piece. I'd say not too bad for a Gerber. That'd be a solid factory edge on most knives. For a SCANDI grind though, it could be a lot better. All my other SCANDI grinds I've tested have been dangerously sharp. This is still sharp, don't get me wrong. You got a 4.28 inch handle, 0.4 inches wide. And the close width in the pocket is 1.25 inches. You got T6 screw mostly and a flathead on the pivot. I will say I've got like 200 screwdrivers and none of them have that wide of a end. So don't know if there's a special one for this or what. Weighs 3.5 ounces. Can't see in there. I was gonna see if there's any cutouts, but can't see in there. Do have a clip, which a lot of slip joints don't. It is not deep carry and not reversible. And as you see, if you look from this side, you can tell it's micarta, tan micarta. Doesn't look too good from this side. Looks like it was polished, or maybe it's the back. I don't know. This side don't look as good. Sadly, it's the show side. Do have a nice half stop. Well, it's quiet. I'd say it's not weak at all. It's not super strong. I'd say 1 to 10. I'd give it like a 6 or 7. Yeah. And you can see your opening method is your nail neck. A little bit sharp. Definitely pulling some skin off of me. You have a little lanyard hole. As you know, slip joint, no back spacer because the spring's the back spacer. You have no sharpening choil because part of the edge is even on the plunge. Yeah. And part of the tip was grinded off or something. Can you see that? Looks like they had trouble sharpening these SCANDI grinds. If you look at right at the bottom of the edge, it's all polished looking. Like they messed up and went back and stropped it or something, I'm not sure, but and the edge doesn't look the best anyway. It is a cheap knife though, so you can't expect too much. Dislikes on this knife. Here's my biggest one. When I close it, the blade really rubs against this side really bad. And I normally fix that, but Gerber uses, I don't know if they use like super glue or they use some strong Loctite. I got this screw out, couldn't get that one out, and just gave up. And that was with a soldering iron. What else? Why they put a flathead? That shouldn't be there. Sharpening choil, non-existent. The scales don't really match each other. Reminds me of my raccoon. Yeah, if they fix the QC issues, I wouldn't mind using this knife. Even though it's a Gerber, it's not bad. It's a good thing they did a SCANDI grind. You don't see a whole lot of those. Yeah. Blade looks good. Handle's a little thick in the back, kind of awkward. Not the most comfortable, because this is right. Yeah, it could definitely be more comfortable, but this is not a hard use knife. So yeah, I will link this down below if anyone wants one. Subscribe if you haven't already. Check out my Instagram, it's linked down below, and give me a like or comment, and see you on the next one.